It's like explaining math to an ant.
They're American, yeah? They want to be American and all that sort of stuff. They take our language.
They didn't take our language. It was their language,
No,
as well as ours.
No,
it's not ours.
No.
It's both of ours.
Yeah, but
they were English people.
They took land.
They didn't take land. Well, they took
land, didn't they?
They took some land from the
You tell me
Indians.
they didn't, and they took land, and they took another person's language. America is not fucking...
They didn't take
I
our...
don't think it's on.
No.
I think it's not right, is it?
Because Americans... the original Americans, the 13 colonies, were the English people. They were English people...
I agree.
That lived just on a different continent.
That's cool.
They were English.
That's cool. But what I'm trying to say is Americans, when they have different words for stuff, it's already words that's English. They haven't made any new words up.
What do you mean?
It's trousers. We'll call them pants.
But that's just...
Pants was already a word in English.
They didn't create a new word. What happened is that...
Trunk. Trunk was already a word.
Yeah,
boot. We call it the boot.
No, but the...
Trunk was already a word.
No, but
Make up your own words, dickhead, if you're going to...
You don't... you're so stupid. I can't...
Welcome back to the Threeskins Podcast.
You just don't get it, do you? It's like talking to a wall. You just don't understand
It's funny how he's getting annoyed. He spouts so much crap that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, and then when I say something...
But when I say it, it's funny. When you say it, it's just irritating.
Greg's actually getting angry today because he's got to be somewhere
This is what
at
it's
some
like
point.
when you talk shit.
Yeah, this is what it's like for us, Greg. When you telling us that
because I'm making everyone
if
laugh.
there was an animal you could have sex with, it would be a coral.
Yeah,
but it would be. Because first off, you're not abusing anything because it hasn't got a nervous system. So you can't abuse something that doesn't have a nervous system.
I don't know. I think Peter would disagree.
Peter.
Fuck Peter.
Peter Griffin?
Hey, Peter.
Why Peter Griffin? Anyway, Jackass came out this month. No, maybe...
Was it last month?
No, it's this month.
No, it was this month. February,
month.
like
4th. It was like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We went and saw it
twice.
3 weeks ago and then 2 weeks ago.
We've seen it twice. You've seen it once.
Yeah. You were going to see it twice.
I can't talk about
We
it.
can't get into that, can we?
But all you need to know is that funny shit happened.
Anyway, the second time we went, Greg got a blackout and doesn't remember any of it. So at the end of this video, there's going to be a few clips of Greg dancing with some random women.
I just got completely blackout drunk. Don't remember a damn thing about that entire night.
I
was smoking cigarettes.
Because
I smoked in like 4 years.
Yeah.
You went straight out after we went to the cinema. Me and you went back here for something, didn't we? And then we went. And by the time we got there, you were already. Fucked.
You had like half a beer. You had a shandy.
You were wasted.
Yeah, I get.
Do you remember how many people we played this game? I don't know where it came from, but we decided, me and Matt, that we were going to make it our mission that night to see how many pictures Greg could just get with random people. Yeah. And you posed for pictures like a celebrity that night. You posed for pictures of like 30 people.
I'm part of a very famous podcast,
There's about, honestly, not joking, about 40 like unique people that you took a picture with.
Yeah. Me and Matt went up to the last bar that we were in. Fucking me and Matt went up to this like bold bloke at the bar, proper like, and we went, and you poked me and went, "Do you reckon he'll be up for it?" And I went, no. And you went straight over there and were like, "Can we get a picture?" And he went, "No, fuck off." And we just turned around like,
oh mate, I love it.
That's what you get when
That was the first bad reaction we had there. Everyone else was just blotted and was just like, yeah.
Everyone else was completely up for it. I loved it.
You had a photo with some woman and you was having a dance on the dance floor with her and you was getting proper into it and so was she. Like, yeah, he was.
I don't think you touched.
I saw him daggering at one point.
Nah, because you should...
Dagger!
You shouldn't touch without...
No, you didn't,
without
Greg.
permission.
No, you didn't.
She would have given you permission.
Always get consent.
Yeah, but
I
was in
She would have.
I was in no state, and alcohol. That would have been unconsensual because I was blackout drunk.
We were sat in the pub. We were sat by the toilet, and you went outside of the pub to go into the alley to have a piss. But you weren't even really like hidden. You were just down the alley. Like anyone that walked past.
Not only that, it's like right next to windows, and people were just sat there having a piss, just looking outside. And you were just
I don't know what you was
pissing up against the wall.
How's it go?
There was multiple times as well
There's
where
a toilet right.
You just fucked off on your own. Like you got up from the table, and I'm like, oh, he's going for a smoke, and I go outside and just you're not there.
There's
And I'm saying to Johnny, like, where is he? And he's like, I don't know.
That's
And you were just gone for like half an hour.
Yeah, but the thing is, right,
Just
is
go do
that there's some,
You got shit to do, man.
there's another thing you did that I cannot repeat on the podcast. Maybe if we make a Patreon, we'll talk about it one day. But it's when someone asks you to leave twice.
Oh,
yeah, that was
whoa,
bad.
that was bad.
No, but in my defense,
That was really bad.
In my defense, she was...
No, there was no defense. That was bad.
That's off. It's not anything illegal.
I don't think it was bad.
No, it was bad.
It was
No,
pretty
that's
funny.
just a joke.
It was bad. It's funny. It's bad.
Yeah. That's Patreon material.
I was joking about, right? She laughed. She was laughing.
The other one didn't.
Oh yeah, well another person
'Cause
wasn't
you
laughing.
And you were lucky there wasn't someone in there that, like, you know, I know somebody that, like.
Yeah, we're going.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Too much
but
about that.
yes.
I thought it was funny. I had a good time.
Oh,
I nearly died.
I woke up.
Because you looked so serious.
Do you remember the lipstick?
Do you remember the lipstick?
Literally just before that, because I thought she was going to come up and tell us to leave because of that, but she didn't see that. But there were some blokes sat near us at the table, and we'd met them outside because they were like, "Oh, I recognise you boys," because they like knew where, like, you from the local area or whatever, and you were like, "Oh, I did," and they went inside and they were sat near us, and I can't even. I was pretty drunk. I can't remember how it came up. But one of them said something about lipstick. Because you were dancing all over the place doing shit. And he mentioned lips. And I was like, what? Like, make him... And he was like, yeah, give him a lip. And I was like, all right. And I was like, I don't know where to get lip. And then somehow, it's another table full of other people that you'd already had photos with. There was a woman there. And I ended up going over to this woman. I was like, excuse me, can I borrow your lipstick?
To put on my friend, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, sure. And she just gives us his lipstick. And you're in the middle of the pub, like... and I'm putting lipstick on you, and then you go straight up to the mirror and give it a big kiss, and there's this big sloppy lipstick mark on the mirror.
I'm gonna put this all together as like.
And then the woman came over, and that's when she was gonna be like, "Oh, she's gonna have a pop." But she never said anything about that.
Or what we?
It's because you were asleep.
Here's what we do, guys.
Yeah, she went. He fell asleep, and you was like. Oh, what? There was I forgot about this. There was a point she was going, you got to get him out of here. He keeps going to sleep. And we were like, nah, he's not going to sleep. And you were sat there like, oh, no one's sleeping. And she went, I saw him go to sleep twice. And then you looked at me and went, Lewis, you're not sleeping, are you? He's not. And you looked at her and you went, he's not sleeping. And I was like, no, I wasn't sleeping. Like, I don't think you even registered that she was talking about you.
Right, here's an idea. If we ever make a Patreon, we should go out at least once a week, once a month.
I couldn't do it once a week. It'd have to be once a month.
Once a month when we film Greg.
Dude, I was so hungover the next day. Not nearly as much as you were.
Wasn't it?
Greg had the 2-day.
I do like I like going out for sensible nights. You have a few drinks, you chill with
You're going to come back awful tonight.
No, we're going out on a sensible one tonight.
How do you know?
That doesn't exist.
Because that's what we're saying. We're saying we'll go out for a sensible...
Yeah, but there's one guy you're going with that I know that just there's no sensibility of the night.
Look,
that won't happen.
You can't guarantee a sensible night, but at least if you go in with the attitude of it, you might get one. You know what I mean?
No.
Nah.
That very rarely ever happens.
Yeah.
Not in my case, anyway.
Anyway, boys, let's talk about Jackass, because we've gone to go see the fourth one. It's very obviously influenced this in some way.
Oh, God, yeah.
It broke Matt's brain as a kid.
Yours too?
No, like, I watched it and I thought, that's funny. Matt watched it, it's like, this is now my existence. And he hasn't changed.
I was doing stuff beforehand.
Yeah, but... Yeah, but then it became about filming it.
Yeah.
And that's where it got irritating, because then it was like, you couldn't do anything in your life anymore unless Matt was filming.
I have, like, 10 hours of footage for me to sift through of when me and Greg were younger. And I don't know if there's much Jackass stuff in there, but there's a lot of funny stuff in there that I need to cut together. But 10 hours worth of footage? We've even got footage of the time when we were in an advert.
Oh shit!
I remember you've shown me that. I'm sure it was on YouTube, wasn't it, or something? I remember you sending that to me for a zoo or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
We were on a garden program as well.
Yeah,
as kids.
Charlie Dimmock.
Oh yeah, did tits. She told one of you to stop throwing rocks at ducks or something.
Matt was a piece of shit kid.
Trying to feed it rocks.
No, he wasn't. He was trying to kill it.
They looked hungry.
He said to me, "I'm going to kill a duck."
No, it wasn't. There was no ducks in there, Craig.
That's what he said.
He was mid strangling this duck. And
Charlie Dimmock overheard as well. She's a psycho fucking kid.
I don't like Tandy Dimmock. We met and she's a piece of shit.
I would say she's a piece of shit. She's just like...
Dominic Woods was cool.
Dominic Woods was such a cool guy.
Dude,
So nice.
I grew up on fucking Dick and Dom, man.
Oh, mate.
That shit was the best.
Yeah, you definitely grew up on Dick.
Grew up. I'm still
Fucking weird. What are you saying
still
that
on
shit?
that shit.
Weirdo.
Yeah, that is a bit of a noncy thing to say, that a little bit.
No, it's not.
It is a bit weird.
No, but dude, Dom is a cool guy.
Yeah.
Really cool guy. So, you know what, like one of those things that like, oh, don't meet your heroes, but
Yeah.
if you met Dom, he'd probably be really cool. Yeah.
He does like magic and stuff, doesn't he?
That's what he did. He came
He did magic for
to
us
the
for hours.
garden thing, yeah, and he was just doing magic. The
I've
entire
never actually
night.
seen him do any of that. I just heard for hearsay that that's what he does. But
He used to do
my like
magic.
knowledge of him was Dick and Dom, which I loved as a kid. It was
Bogies.
brilliant. I always wanted to go on it, like, because that was like my generation. Like those kids are on it. I was like the same age. I always like, that I was like, as a kid, that would have been so sick to go like.
I think the big problem with
They don't make kids TV like that anymore.
the big problem with all hoon tits.
Hooning tits.
Yeah, hoon tits.
Yeah.
Charlie
They're
Dimmock.
like this big and they're like falling out. Biggest problem with her though is she's like she felt really entitled. You know what I mean?
I bet she did.
She like
Hooning
walked.
tits.
The thing is that the show is called Charlie's Garden Army or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
And
Charlie's
and-
It's
Garden-
a
the whole-
spin-off of Grand Force. You can't
Yeah.
really even find it.
And the whole
online
idea
anymore.
is like she's coming in, she's helping. She came in for like an hour.
Don't-
like
stop throwing rocks at the fish.
Yeah, like and all being bossy and like, and then she just disappears and doesn't do any actual work.
And lets all the actual ground
Yeah.
lets all the actual people do the shit. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah,
What a
don't
dickhead.
like her.
It was an amazing transformation, though.
Yeah. Oh mate, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we should probably get on to Jackass.
We should probably talk about it. Yeah.
Bit of Jackass.
But yeah, we got onto that talking about because obviously it
When I was filming
influenced
stuff,
you a lot
yeah.
as a kid. Because a lot of I know a lot of people. Well, nearly 90% of people that watch this podcast obviously used to watch Where's My Challenge or do still, and so they obviously know what the sort of stuff that we got up to. But yeah, I feel like you as a kid, because you was like, obviously there's 8 years between me and you, isn't there? Is there 8? 8 years?
Here,
7, 8?
Yeah,
Something like
give
that.
a year or two.
But so yeah, I feel like, as Greg was saying a minute ago, I feel like when you were younger, you would have literally been like a little Bam Margera.
Yeah, it was.
Like
my
running
mum
around,
is like his
running
mum,
around
and
with
my
a
dad is like
yeah,
his dad.
running
Yeah,
around with a
yeah.
camera, just filming everything and fucking.
Yeah, our
with,
parents used to film us.
Our
do it.
parents are really like April and Phil. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
They used to film us doing it.
See, I didn't have like I was obviously I wouldn't say I was well. I must have been influenced a bit by it all because I started doing Where's My Challenge when I was like 16, and I remember liking and watching those films. But yeah, for me, it was never like when I first saw those movies. 'Cause I was probably quite young when I first saw those. It was never for me like I have to go out and do that crazy. I've got to go and film stuff. It was never like. It was only literally when I got to start doing Where's My Challenge. It was the first time I was ever properly, really ever recorded on camera.
I'm
anything,
surprised
like,
you did well for it.
Yeah, you know.
You got for the amount of shit you got. You have got guts. You've done a lot of stuff a lot of people wouldn't
It's a
have done.
weird thing. You almost become a little bit like I became almost a little bit addicted to it. Because at first,
Fun.
like a lot of the stuff when I first did it, it was like I liked hanging out with you guys and I liked filming. It was like different, and like I was like, do I want to be doing this or do I want to go and get some shit job that I hate? And I was like, I'll do this. This is a laugh. But as it got more and into it, yeah, you do become a bit like, what sort of? How can we fucking hurt ourselves really badly? What will look really good?
I
Like,
never ever got to that point.
you almost think
It's
about
about
the
what
the
looks-
footage
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
And you're like, this is gonna look mental if like. Yeah.
And sometimes we film
Yeah, a bit
stuff
hooked.
and you're there and it's mental, and then when you watch it back and you're like, oh,
Yeah, it's disappointing as fuck.
There's-
You're
that does happen
it's
quite often.
completely, It's completely different for me. I almost always, I'm sat there filming and I hate it. I hate being there.
That's
I
why
don't-
it's funny.
Don't want to film it.
Greg, if you liked
Yeah,
it,
but
I
you're
wouldn't
like-
film you doing
I've not been
it.
looking forward to like all week. Or I've been sat there thinking, I don't want to fucking do
Greg,
this
I
when
wouldn't
we do
film
it.
you if it,
No, but
I wouldn't film you if you liked it.
Sometimes though, I do look back on it positively. But
Ah,
when I'm going
Greggy!
through it, I
You've
hate
never
it.
said that.
Yeah.
Nah, but like
You're not mean I don't fucking watch it back.
Nah, but it's a lot of stuff that you find funny is the stuff I don't find funny.
Yeah.
So much crap.
Like I think DP Diaper, looking back at that was shit going through it, but
great
that's
footage.
one of my
It's
favourite
hilarious.
videos that you've ever done.
It's one of my favourite videos ever made.
My fucking little belly just walking around screaming.
Yeah, like a little big,
It's just
big
funny.
crying baby.
Yeah.
Like it's a big man baby.
It's just it's a funny video.
I feel like I'm gonna fart poop my pants.
My mum shows that video to people. You know what I
He
mean?
does. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Anyway, so
I don't think my mum ever
No, it's mental.
really. She would occasionally catch snippets of weird shit that I'd done, but she was never like actively watching it and showing people that stuff. She used to tell people that
shows her friends.
she just used to tell people that he just does stuff on the internet, which sounds a bit weird actually. I don't like. Well, this wasn't the OnlyFans days, but if you said that now, that would be the first thing people would assume. Like, he's sticking things up his ass.
Yeah.
But no, she's just he just does. He does videos on the internet.
I mean, I've stuck some things up my ass for videos.
Yeah, Matt.
for videos.
We used to
I
be a
would
lot more hardcore.
never put that past you though.
Before Where's My Challenge?
You've probably seen me do
the
it,
stuff
surely.
we did was crazy.
I don't know if I have. We attempted to. Do you remember that film? Fucking, we was in your kitchen. I don't know if we've spoken about this on the podcast.
Yeah, talk about it. It's funny.
You.
It didn't work, so I don't think it ever worked.
What was it you were trying to do? You were trying to do like the poof, weren't you? You were trying to blow. No, it was helium. Wasn't
Helium,
it?
yeah.
You were trying to put helium up your ass.
Yeah.
To see if it would make your fart squeak.
Yeah.
That's
a great idea.
It is.
It's a good idea,
brilliant,
yeah.
and it's one of those things we're talking about. Like that is fucking
It's just not
incredible.
gonna work,
we have to film this right now. Yeah, but you almost, because it's so good, you almost you dismiss that. Like you have your doubts in your head, but you're like, let's just
but for
do
me
it.
that's not, because like I remember Matt coming to me with this idea, and he comes to me with about 100 ideas.
Because you're obviously the science man, so you know.
Not even that. You don't even need to be a science man. You just know it's not going to work.
Just need common
It's just
sense.
not going to work. It's just so it's so difficult.
Well, it was quickly proved, because we went from immediately hype like this is going to be amazing to, I remember holding a camera in your kitchen as you are like bent over backwards on the floor with your arse out, which I can smell.
Yeah.
And I'm stood there immediately like...
Didn't even think to wash beforehand.
No, and I'm like, I can smell your ass.
No consideration.
And you're trying to like jam this fucking whatever you would up in your... And you're like...
It's from a balloon.
Can't get... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It became,
I told you it wasn't going to work.
Here's why it didn't work. It's because the balloon was above me.
No.
Yeah, it is. Because helium rises, I need to be above the balloon.
Maybe this is something we need to revisit. I think
the only way you could do it is if you get the proper helium canister and you stick the thing up your butt and just go ham on it.
You can buy helium canisters for £20 at Tesco.
Well, there you go. Go shove up your
Donate.
ass.
No, I'm not saying about that. No, donate. Because so we're going to get loads of 20 quid, so I'm going to be like, oh, fucking no, I'm not doing that. Maybe I'll do it if we do a Patreon.
But what I would like to say, linking that, is that obviously where we've done a lot of this stuff where you come up with an idea and you think someone's done similar shit to that before, but they haven't done that. That's genius. We've got to film this. A lot of it, like you say, 9 times out of 10, or maybe not that much, but a lot of it doesn't work or ends up not as good as it does. And I think like that's why Jackass are so good at what they do, because they obviously do shit that doesn't work, but the amount of original stuff that they come up with do that they execute so well, it's like that's what like people like us that do that dumb shit, that's what you, because it's fucking inspirational as fuck seeing the shit that they do, and it just makes you wish you had a bigger budget, because you were like
that's the real thing, is that like
so much mental shit.
When you start watching it, you're like, I wish I had that budget.
I honestly I have about 150 ideas on my phone that
nah, I've read through them. Like,
since I've known you though, you're
I'd
always
say like 1% would work.
No.
People do have because since I've known you, you're always telling me like wacky ideas, and I'm like, you can fucking do that, or like that's nuts. And a lot of them have been now like done. People have, and because you always say like there was a few times in the new Jackass, I can't remember which specific bits, but there was a few times you were like, I had this idea. Oh, the popcorn chairs. Oh, we should say that is in the trailer, but we should say there are going to be a few Jackass Forever spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen it yet, we'll tell you when we're gonna.
It's been out for like a month. If you haven't watched it yet, it's not our fault.
Yeah, I know that, but still, I don't want to accidentally give shit away to people.
Like when you found out about Han Solo.
Yeah, in hindsight though, didn't matter because
you did the daft. You literally did the daft thing.
No, in hindsight. In hindsight, it really didn't matter because
No,
What
it
Han
didn't
Solo
matter.
thing?
Because that trilogy was terrible.
Oh god!
I didn't-
Han Solo getting
I've
fucking
been
sworded.
you guys went and saw it like obviously immediately because you're a Star Wars nut, but like that was a thing. My old man wanted to go and see it like with me and my brother, and obviously we're all busy and shit, and like I don't really do.
I
don't
hate
do
when
the
that
cinema.
happens.
I don't
and
do
you're
the cinema a lot anyway.
We definitely
Yeah.
have to go, and then
Me and you have done that for years.
Yeah.
We always say
This is the first time we've been to the cinema together, I think.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
Han
It's the first
Solo
time
never
we've-
died. A fucking bullshit film. You know those films were so shit.
Yeah, they made a
They're
Han Solo
also-
movie afterwards. He's
those
still around.
Those films are so shit that I got drunk to watch the.
Why didn't you just say at evening? Because that's the same thing.
And I got drunk to watch episode 9, and I streamed on my laptop because I didn't want to give them any money, just in case it was really bad. I switched it off 20 minutes in. I could not handle it.
Greg,
There's
come
a
on,
really
man.
good-
So
Disney
shit.
needs money, bro.
There's a really good video out
No,
there.
go fuck
Obviously, there's
themselves.
loads of analysis of it, but there's I don't know if you remember Angry Joe.
Mhm.
I still rate Angry. I love Angry Joe, and he.
I'm
did,
in one of his videos.
Yeah, you are Assassin's Creed 3.
My first viral video.
Yeah, you
Ever.
running up a tree and trying to do, and then you fucking you land on your neck.
First viral video.
What the
that
fuck
went.
is that?
That had 1 million views on Break.com, like
Madness.
2008.
But yeah, he did a great video on
Break.
the amount of plot holes in the
It's
in episode 9,
infuriating.
and I think he counted like it's like an hour long this episode, and it's
the
like
girl,
58
the girl in
plot
it
holes,
is
like
one
major
of the worst
ones.
actresses I've ever seen in a
What,
film.
Ray or whatever her name
She's
is.
so bad at acting.
Yeah.
It's like it's just painful.
I never even bothered watching the film.
Talk
They
about
killed
bad
Han,
acting.
they killed Han Solo before they could have all 3 of them together, and then obviously fucking Carrie Fisher dies, so they can't
Yeah.
ever do that.
No, they've got a face now.
Mate, I'm so pissed off. I
Remember what they did with at the end of X-Men, where they put Patrick Stewart's face on a random person in a wheelchair?
it's getting better.
Did they do
when
that?
Yeah.
It's getting better because you guys watched Rogue One where it's got Princess Leia's face.
I haven't seen Rogue One yet.
Rogue One's good.
It looks quite
No, Rogue
janky.
One's good though.
It's a great film.
If
but
you wanna-
Watch Rogue One
Yeah, I need
and play
to.
the goddamn Jedi game.
I'm trying to. My PlayStation won't let me.
and
It
Leia's,
won't let me do it.
So Leia's face is all like deep, like not even
Deep-
deep fake.
yeah,
they
I know what you mean,
CGI.
man.
And it looks so janky. The Luke
You do
Skywalker
it
one
then.
from
I won't-
Mandalorian's
This is
alright.
what I was about to say. I
Wasn't
won't give
too
any
bad.
spoilers, but have you watched the new Boba Fett yet?
Nah.
I won't give any spoilers.
It was kind
but
of yeah. It
you
got
want to talk
kinda
about
really like boring.
the deep? I'm not as I'm
I'm
liking.
at the bit where there's like a biker gang and they're like
Yeah, it's getting a
kids
bit-
and it's like
it's a
really
bit weird.
camp and it's just
Yeah,
really
as soon as
irritating.
all them colourful kids in the bike, I was a bit like, this isn't very Star Warsy.
nah, it
I am
was-
still enjoying the Boba Fett one, but the Mandalorian is definitely
like-
better. But obviously, you know the deep fake bit in the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Well, somebody did like a better one online, and it looks and they hired that bloke to do another one for the Boba Fett one. It's like the
okay.
second, and it's incredible. I still
Oh,
haven't
really?
seen the episode yet, but I've seen bits of it online because I
Oh,
just couldn't
shit.
avoid the
Alright.
spoilers. And
I'll
it's
probably watch that.
nuts what they've done.
Hmm.
Like it's mental.
That's cool.
But yeah, I won't spoil anything. But we're supposed to be talking about Jackass. So
Boba Fett. Anyway, boys, I just want to say,
yeah,
I
go
think
on.
it might be my favourite Jackass movie overall. However,
Jackass
I think I need to
Forever?
see it another time.
However,
Really?
I've watched the other ones hundreds of times, so maybe it's because it's
Yeah.
new, and maybe
Yeah.
after like a couple years or whatever, I'll be like, maybe it's number 2.
Well,
'Cause number
if you
2
think
was
about-
my
if you think about it,
favourite.
we've watched Jackass number 2 what, 100 times plus.
Easy.
I've always
And the 0.5.
I've always tried to like pick a favorite. It's one I've never been able to pick a favorite because obviously all the films they're all the same premise: stupid stunt or tiny sketch. Move on. But I feel like they are all so different, and I like them all for different things. Like Jackass 3 feels very playful. Like it's all, you know,
Manic.
people are getting sober and we're all getting older, and we know that.
Watching
We're just
it
going to
in
try and
a
make you
cinema
laugh.
in 3D was unbelievable.
See, I wasn't old enough to see it in the cinema when the 3 came out, but I feel like then that's like that, and then number 2 is very like, let's just be as debaucherous and fucking like
Yeah.
bad as we can, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like they're all very different, and the 4th one it's definitely up there for me.
I
And
think it.
Best opening
I'm
scene.
not sure if it's
Oh,
yeah. I don't know if it's the best one, but I think it's on. I think it's above 1 and 3.
Really?
But I don't know if it's above.
See, I really do love number
It's
3.
around 2 though.
I
Three's
really
great.
love number 3.
No, 3's great.
They're all
but
fantastic.
I think 2 probably is. If I had to, I think 2 probably is my favourite, and I love 2.5 as well.
Anyway, so you think 2?
I don't know. I love them all, but I would have to say 2.
Yeah, like,
2.
probably 2. Like Forever.
because they're all just mental in that.
But like I said, I think it is above 1 and 3. The new one. It's got a lot of heart to it. You know what I mean? It's like really.
Yeah.
You like when I heard that they're making a new Jackass, I was just like, it's just gonna be a bunch of old people. But they address it immediately in the film that they're old, and it just feels right.
It's great.
It just feels good.
It's just you're with the boys again.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Minus 2 of them.
Yeah, but you don't, because they're so big. Like everyone was like, "Oh, Bam's it's ruined" or whatever.
Yeah,
but there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's not enough crying.
It's not.
Bam, are you crying? No.
He's in it for a split bit, isn't he? But I like.
You see him. If you haven't seen Jackass 4 yet, look out for Bam.
Oh, dude, yeah, that tiny bit. But yeah, it did not. So many people wrote it off immediately because they're old now and Bam's not in it. But for me, neither of those things got in the way of that movie at all. Like, if anything, a lot of the older they went harder than they.
I never thought Bam added much interesting to the dynamic of the group.
I don't know. I always like Bam because I feel like
I loved Ryan Dunn.
mate.
The reason that I love Bam, I love CKY. I love like that group of people.
Yeah.
Even people like Rick Yon and all that, they're hilarious.
Ram Self was in it.
But, such a mismatched group of just like
all of the
weirdos,
CKY boys, all of them. Bam's still the least interesting of them all.
Yeah,
but
I feel like he's the one.
Deco's the best.
I think the issue. I think the issue I have with Bam is Bam reminded me a lot of like the kids you knew at school, who thought they were like the coolest guy.
Yeah,
and all that sort. And Bam has that energy to. Maybe not now that he's old.
No, I think
he used to have that energy to him.
I think
he did get famous when he was very young.
It's none of his fault.
What annoys most people about Bam is the fact that like he dishes it out but can't take it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that's why I think they pick on him like quite a lot. Is it the second movie with the snakes?
Yeah.
Because they had enough of it.
Yeah, it's just like, you're going to fucking piss us? Let's give him a fucking ball.
Because he loves pranking people, but as soon as you prank him, he starts crying.
Are you crying? Yeah, I love that in the second with the fucking he squeezes himself through those bars
So guys, just quickly, I've got 2 questions left, and you guys we can go completely through.
Yeah.
The first one is, what's your favourite stunt out of every movie?
That's impossible. I don't think that's even a fair.
What's the most you've laughed?
Oh, myself laughed.
Oh man,
I think it's the toy car in the butt.
Oh, that's definitely up there.
So funny.
That is one of the best bits
One of the
that they've ever
out
done.
of everything, out of every movie I've ever seen.
One of the best things about that is just how concerned the Doctor is.
Dude,
he's not concerned He's not concerned that the toy's
You
up
know,
there. He's just concerned.
I know.
He's,
You know, not too many people.
Yeah, he already knows. That's too many.
He's just concerned that people are going to find out.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he's concerned about.
You know when the nurse holds up the X-ray and she's like, she's got that face like. Oh, dude! Yeah, that is definitely up there.
That's a good one. I don't know if it's my favourite.
What's the most I've laughed? I'll tell you what. It's a small bit, but just for the simplicity of it, one of the hardest I can remember laughing the first time I saw it was the high five in the third one.
That was great. That is
such an incredible idea.
That's a good pick.
It's unbelievable.
Was that the one where they go
on the swing and it just twats people and they get air on him with that fucking. He fell for the soup. He's like he's got a tray.
Soup all over himself,
and he like breaks the tray and like I don't know, like it feels like it's almost so good. Like why has no one done that before?
I know. It's
like
so funny.
It's so simple. A massive hand on a fucking and obviously they kind of brought it back a little bit for the fourth one with the with Machine Gun Kelly makes an appearance with the sort of the bike
machine,
but there are going to be, I know we have said there are going to be Jackass 4 spoilers in this. I thought we were going to talk about like the old ones first and then talk about the fourth like last.
Machine Gun Kelly's in it, but he's in the advert.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like
really
about the fourth one, and it's my own fault really for watching it. But a new Jackass, of course, I'm going to watch the trailers, and I feel like they definitely, but it's not just them. Everybody does it now. They did put a lot of the really good stuff in the trailer, so you kind of know. And I feel like if I'd have seen that, not knowing what to expect at all, it would have been.
I always find the best Jackass stuff is like,
the
that's funny, and then it's like,
shit.
Or
a lot of it's
like
the
Pontius coming in,
it's the
or
reactions or the talking,
Yeah.
the interactions with everyone.
What?
Like we were talking about favorite stunts.
Yeah.
My I don't know if it's not even my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's got my favorite reaction out of all Jackass is where Dave England's just getting going and ringing a doorbell, and then they have one of those things just pop out and smack him in the face.
Yeah, I've
And it's got like flour on it as
what
well.
the fuck? What did you guys do to me?
What happened? Where am I?
Me and you laughed at that so many times, man. We used to watch that on repeat.
That might be the one I've laughed at.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck did you do to me?
I'm trying to think of good.
Dave England has the best reactions.
Oh, 100%. He's just so like
after
Dave
my ass is bleeding.
The hose one. It's
my fucking ass hurts so fucking bad. I was trying to think of bits like that in the fourth one. I feel like just want to talk about new people like and reactions to shit. Dark Shark, man.
Dark Shark.
Dude, his reactions to shit were I was creased up in that cinema. Like when that spider's coming and he's like fucking like throws it. Yeah, oh dude, he's so funny. And
you'd be like that though, wouldn't you?
That was the only bit in that I couldn't. I had to look away. I could, the bit where it's going through the tube, I was sort of, I was like that. And I was like, ugh. But as soon as they put it down on his tit to bite him, I couldn't watch.
Yeah, that's awful.
I couldn't look at it.
That's awful.
And I kept occasionally sort of looking through a crack in my fingers, and I could see its pincers, and I was like, no.
Beautiful. I love.
We'll talk the new people then. Do you want to talk about the new people?
Yeah. Yeah, we can do.
Yeah.
So who was there? There was.
I feel like some of them didn't get quite as much airtime.
I think there's one guy called Eric.
More in 0.5.
Yeah.
Eric. He's like, I don't think anyone's really talking about him.
No,
he's a British guy,
yeah.
And he's like a skateboarder who always like used to hurt himself. But I think he's gonna be in 0.5 probably more. He's probably in like
I hope
3 or 4 skits.
It would be smart of them to. It would be a good move to obviously have the movie come out first and focus on those guys a bit, but not too much, because I feel so. Then because they've got a good reception now, I feel like if you were to release a 0.5 with a lot more content from them, people would be more open to it. Yeah, it makes more sense because we already now everyone that's seen that movie and likes it, we all like Poopies and we all like Rachel and
I love Poopies.
Zach and Jasper.
There's not one new person that I didn't feel was like out of place or didn't fit well.
It just felt normal.
And everybody.
But I think they should have picked me.
I think.
Why didn't I get the cool
Jackass? Where was our application
about it?
I would do everything in every movie apart from the leech on the eyeball that Steve-O did.
That's a good question, actually. Are there any bits that you can't watch?
No.
It's not that I can't watch. There's ones that I wouldn't do. I just flat
there's
would
plenty
not
that
put
I
a
wouldn't
leech
do.
on my eyeball.
I wouldn't do.
Is there none that is there none that make you like uncomfortable to watch? There's only a couple for me.
No.
Spider thing from the new one. Couldn't look at that. The leech on the eyes.
Leech.
I don't know what it is.
It's horrible. It's
I don't know if
Unbelievable
everybody's like this, but I've got like proper sensitive. I've only got to think about something getting in my eyes, and my eyes will start to water. Like if I think about something in my eyes,
when we were putting hot sauce in our eyes that day, you should have joined in.
Oh, dude, I couldn't. Every time that bit comes up on the film, I skip past it. But the one that makes me feel like sick, and I always skip past it. The third one, the sweatsuit cocktail.
Is it?
Dude, that makes me.
Mate, I want to do that.
I love Preston, but I don't know if part of that is because it's just fucking minging. And you know when they're like squeezing that salty sweat out of his like jockey?
It's hilarious, dude.
Oh, it's funny as fuck, but it just makes me. I'd be like Lance. I'm like,
that means we have to do it, Greg.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I can do a lot of weird, gross shit. Like I've eaten your vomit, but there's something about like sweat
doesn't.
So you weren't drinking my sweat?
And never.
How much would it cost?
I don't know how much, but a lot.
$2,000.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you have to neck the whole thing and can't puke.
What? How much?
You know how much I can sweat.
Well, no. Nah.
A pint.
And I certainly wouldn't be. You know how like Steve-O's collecting it from like his arse crevice. I certainly wouldn't be.
That's where you get the best bits.
Nah.
That's where you get the brown
That's
sweat.
the most flavour.
Your sweat, yeah.
What about you, Greg? What's the number one thing you wouldn't do? And I think I know what it is. And if it's not,
there's loads of things I wouldn't do.
No, but what I said the number one.
There's so many.
No, but if you had to pick
I
one,
think it's
like,
balls
I categorically
with
cannot.
you, I don't think you do anything to do with balls.
No, of course you wouldn't. That's dangerous.
I wouldn't either.
Nah. The ball stuff is mental. I can't believe they do that.
I would have when I was younger, but now it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Getting rid of your baby makers like
they will
that, like-
kill you.
Yeah.
Those-
I mean,
those
when
things will
every
kill
time they
you.
do something with balls, I'm not saying, and I'm not shitting on Jackass here. It's their horns are corked, so they're not necessarily dangerous.
Just getting fucking rammed by a ball is still
It's
dangerous,
like a
man.
car. It's like getting hit by a
Yeah,
car.
exactly. It's just like getting hit by a
There's
car.
Speaking of horrendous nut shots, you know the bit with Dange in the first and the new one, and the pogo.
Mate,
stick?
Aaron. That was Aaron's movie, I reckon.
100
Oh
killed
yeah,
it.
man. Aaron fucking
Killed it.
murdered
Star of that
film, man.
movie, 100%.
Mm.
Well, I think one of the most actually, yeah. If we want to talk about one thing that you would categorically never do, I wrote it on my list, and I probably think it's in my opinion like one of the worst things they've ever done, and it's Aaron the Lamborghini tooth pull. That is one of the most
yeah.
savage
That
things.
I can't watch that. I would do that, but
Oh,
I don't like
God.
the idea of it.
It's
at all.
awful. Like and the fact he could sit in that chair, I'd have been up like nope.
His
like,
his worried face as like the car starts going. Oh, dude.
and the way they rev it in front, they burn it out for a bit before they.
I do wonder sometimes, like, because he got shot on like in the first two movies
Mm-hmm.
and like the show, and I think I've seen him on the Steve-O's podcast talking
Yeah,
about
I've
like
seen
if they were bullying him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's always taken it really well.
He knows his place.
Yeah,
Does that sound harsh?
but I feel like
He really like in 3 and
Yeah.
4 he fucking like
he proves
stood
himself
up.
though
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he always gets the shit that nobody else wants to do. They make him do that. So
that cup test,
That's bad, man.
unbelievable.
that pogo stick on top of his nut, like he could have just burst one of his nuts. Like,
Funny.
mate,
He's had a
savage.
kid since then as well. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I've got them all on Instagram. You know they're my boys.
I think I have as well. Most of them, anyway.
Just
stop
Dave England myself.
shitting
Shit my
your
pants at the
pants. Yeah, you will
podcast.
shit.
Have we all got lists of like all of our favourite
No.
bits? Or
No, I
is
can
yours
just read
just-
or recite off
is
my
yours
head.
just all in your head?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get my list up. But
I have to say one thing, like obviously we say like
I think we'll have a very similar list anyway.
about
Yeah.
how like whether Aaron got bullied or whatever. But
Mhm.
one thing I did like about like the recent one is that the new people, it doesn't feel like they're trying to like, you know,
Fuck
like
'em.
when you get a new
Fuck
person
'em
in,
up,
like
yeah.
and oh yeah, we're
Put
gonna
'em through the
fuck him up,
test.
yeah,
Yeah.
hazing or whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
it's
But
not
I
like that.
didn't
It's
feel
way
like
more
that.
family or like
It felt
because they do fuck with them a bit. Because obviously that was one of the funniest bits for me. Like in that new movie, like crying. That fucking dark room
Yeah.
where they pretend
Yeah.
there's a snake in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one of the like.
It's
There was a
hilarious.
lot of the new people were in that, weren't they? Like Poopies
Yeah.
was in it.
I
Zach
love
was
Poopies,
in
by
it.
the way.
Eric
Zach,
was in
Zach,
it, wasn't he?
Zach, I remember this is like 7 years ago. I put on Twitter when like YouTube boxing was big.
Mm.
Like, who's another fat guy that will box me? And Zach Holmes from the Jackass movie, tweeted me, said I'll do it.
Well, can we rearrange this now?
We can arrange it now. Now
Yeah.
you're famous. No, yeah, it's
The
too
logistics,
far in it.
yeah, going all the way to America.
like, who's gonna fucking watch that anyway? No one knows who either of Subway. No, but people know who he is now. But
Yeah,
we
back
could
in the day.
we could have promoted it though and like made you guys blow up overnight. Like you know how
yeah,
like
but he's still like
Hasbulla-
100 pounds
Hasbulla and
heavier
that
than
other
me.
little matey, like-
Hasbulla.
like we could have just
He's
put
a
like
big
come and
lad.
watch these two fat guys beat the fuck
He's-
out of each other.
He's a big lad. Zach
He's
has.
got,
Yeah, he is.
he's got like 6, 7, 8 stone on me.
Probably
he's
more.
he's a lump.
I'd say more. He must be 20, 24, 25 stone, maybe more.
Possibly more than that. Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's
Very
big.
I'm on the upper end of.
But then again,
17
he might be
stone.
short, so it's hard to say. But
I
So,
think
yeah,
he is quite short.
you know. Great film, but yeah, I'm not like I hate the idea of calling people out. But I'm just saying that's what happened. That's not calling people.
The whole
out, is it?
YouTube boxing thing was so cringe.
Yeah, it's very
All of it,
cringe.
so cringy.
I actually
'Cause they take
to be honest, I
themselves
just
so
brought that up so
seriously.
I can make a quick highlight where I said that a Jackass member wanted to box me on Twitter.
Very clever. Very clever. I rate that.
Come on, boys, it's the YouTube game. He'll understand. Won't you, Saki boy? You know I'll beat
bit
your
of shameless-
ass. You know
shameless-
I fucking beat your ass, boy.
Let's get this going.
Legs only. Kickboxing only. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. You'd win so easy. Kick one leg out, bang, folded.
No, he's got me. Who's gonna fucking be able to fight me? Muhammad Ali was all leg work, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, but not kicking in the legs. If you and Zach were to kickbox, I reckon you could have him.
Because
that's what you do. That's when you're fighting a fat person. That's what you don't.
He's fighting a fat person.
You don't throw punches. Yeah, but he's got. You don't throw punches. You just take one leg out. And topple.
I've seen a video of him breaking his leg. Jesus Christ.
Oh, what, Zach?
Yeah.
To be fair, he does go in and he takes some hard falls for a guy his size. Like,
definitely does.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
And he slams.
That cactus thing as well. I don't think people understand unless they've actually
grabbed
a cactus.
It's so bad.
They don't know what it's like.
That was an idea that we. Well, actually, I don't know if you guys want to do it on Where's My Challenge, but that was an idea that we had and never did. Do you remember we wanted to do the cactus? Like tetherball.
Cactus tetherball. Yeah. We'll probably never be allowed to do that.
No,
so.
well, it was an idea that we had, and it was like,
we were
we'll
talking
do
about that for years.
And we went to
8 years.
We went to a garden centre and found a big bowling ball sized cactus, and the smaller cactuses have got like hair fine.
This thing
sort of,
was just hypodermic needles.
Yeah, it's covered in and we were like, there is no way I wouldn't even be able to get it out of the pot, let alone get it out of the pot, tie it to a fucking and then
this thing would have
gone straight through your fucking hand.
You wouldn't have been hitting it to each other.
No.
The first person to hit it was just stuck into that.
Impaled on it, like
it was the one that was down the side of the house for like 4 years.
That one.
There's no way we can bat that around to each other. Like it's ridiculous. There's no way.
Nah, fuck that, mate. That's just brutal.
Yeah, well, Jackass, great. Brilliant. And Sanchez and Dutons and like all the YouTube groups that have done it as well.
Wild Boys, man.
Wild Boys.
Man.
No, I'm talking about outside of the group.
But I have to say, like, I love Jackass, but I think Wild Boys is the best thing that's ever happened out of Jackass. I love Wild Boys. It's that perfect mixture of nature documentary and just fucking being.
The fact that my favourite clips out of Wild Boys is where they're naked and just running around animals. It's just funny. They're like chasing an ostrich naked. That's just funny.
It's just shit like that. It's
so
great.
good.
And it's got like bongo music.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. Or like the Batman.
I used to sit and watch Wild Boys like every night when I was a kid. I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, it's probably the best. Well, I don't know.
I watched it a lot more than Jackass.
Viva La Bam.
Oh man,
because Bam's crew are so funny.
Yeah. Anything with Deacon Miller in is just good.
I love Wild Boys, but I think I'd probably say I preferred Viva La Bam.
Really?
Not necessarily because I thought it was like better, but just
what are the other spin-offs?
With Viva La Bam, you just never knew what you were going to like.
Homewrecker?
Never watched that.
Because the Bam did some horrible game show, didn't he? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Bam's Ultimate Game Show or something. There's good. So how Jackass formed, I know this.
Mm-hmm. Go on, give us a history.
What happened is. Obviously, people saw CKY, but not a lot of people know that Johnny Knoxville was part of a magazine called Big Brother with Jeff Tremaine.
Yeah, Jeff Tremaine ran it, didn't he? And then
And Knoxville was a writer at the time, and he was writing a column, and the column was this is in 1996 self-defense, and it's like, hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and I'm doing self-defense, and it's like, it's in the first season of Jackass.
Yeah. He goes through like pepper spray, taser, some other little bits
he was just going to write a column for it.
Yeah.
Gunshot. He gets shot, doesn't he?
Not in that one,
I don't think.
No, they did.
I think he gets pepper sprayed, tasered with like the stun gun, and then like the one with the 2 pins in the circuit. I think it's something, and then something else. I think.
No, that's
is that it? Just those 3.
From what I remember, anyway. So anyway, that was filmed in '96 for the Big Brother magazine, and then they. Because he was just going to write a column, and Jeff Tremaine was like, nah, film it. Might as well.
Yeah.
So then they started making, like, it was kind of like skateboarding mixed in with getting fucked up. Yeah. And then CKY were kind of doing it at the same time. Mm-hmm. And then the first season of Jackass is just pretty much clips from Big Brother, clips on CKY.
Together, yeah.
And then they started they filmed little bits here and there of like.
So one until later that they started getting together.
And then they got like Steve-O in and
because Steve-O was like he wanted to be a stunt man, and he learned a lot of tricks on skateboards, didn't he? And then Big Brother used him for a lot of photos on Big Brother magazine, because he used to do that thing where he'd like handstand and put a board on his feet.
That's very hard to do, by the way.
And then I remember seeing a Big Brother cover with some guy like taking the skateboard off and jumping over him while he's like doing a handstand with a board on his legs and
Cool,
because I think I remember seeing in Steve-O's Wild Ride, I'm sure he said something like the first season of Jackass, like when that went out on TV, that he still hadn't met like half the people that were in it.
Yeah,
because they missed the clips.
Yeah, they just filmed their own shit and then just put them all
How
together.
many seasons were there again?
Three
of them. Yeah.
And then there was like a Lost thingies DVD. What's your favourite like thing from the TV show?
I find it hard to know which ones are from what. You know what I mean? Like
The original Poo Cocktail was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
That was
Wash my
that was a TV show, wasn't it? That wasn't
that's
a
TV show.
Oh fuck me, yeah. What else?
I'm trying to think of things like
I love two. These are my top two favourites. The Vomlet.
Oh yeah, of course, the fucking Vomlet.
I've forgotten about
Matt's done a Vomlet like 8 times.
Have you done
in
that?
our lives.
It doesn't surprise me.
He's done it like 100 times. He did it almost immediately after he first watched it.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Then
shit!
he did it like 5 times while at school, and then maybe like 3 times for Screwball, and that's
Right. Oh, I don't know if we've got any of that footage, but they filmed that twice because the first time they couldn't use it.
Mm.
And anyway, so the second one is Nutball.
Nutball was visionary.
I hate Nutball. Matt used to play. We used to play.
Yeah, but you
Nutball.
have to respect it.
Nah, I
for,
don't respect it. I hate it. Fuck it.
I've made Greg play Nutball like 1,000,000 times.
I hate it. It's just
with a
it's
dog
not even.
bone.
It's
What
not,
did you use for Nutball?
I don't know.
Just whatever was heavy around.
Something that was heavy. Cricket ball.
Yeah, we've done cricket
Cricket
ball.
ball.
Oh.
Yeah, cricket ball was quite a common
If
one.
you're not English or you don't, a cricket ball is basically it may as well just be a brick.
It's
It's
just
fucking like it's so hard.
It's just
like-
a nice round brick.
it's exactly what it is. It's fuck. What is that made of? It's like a
I don't know.
It's like a snooker
it's
ball.
like cork, isn't it?
It's just made of
Cork
weight.
and leather.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Pure weight.
It's so unnecessarily hard. Like
But
people
yeah,
in-
anyway, Nutball is like you stand with your legs apart and people just
Yeah.
and you're sat
You gotta
opposite
hit
side
each
of the
other's
room
nuts.
and you got to chuck it and hit
Yeah.
someone in the nut. But I played that with my friends. I
hate
played that
that.
with family members. I played that with people I didn't know.
We used to play it all the
Didn't
time.
Dave England introduce them to Nutball, or wasn't it like in that first one they were around Dave England's house or something? I remember.
I don't
Or
know
was
the
that
story
Dave
behind
England's
it.
first thing on Jackass?
There's,
I know there's
he's
something.
got one nut.
I'm sure I remember there's something significant between that first Nutball sketch where they're all sat in a circle and Dave England, whether it was at his house or it was his first
It might have been
Jackass
at his
bit. If
house.
you know, let us know. But I'm sure it's.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
sure I
we pick
remember.
names out of the hat, so you get annihilated by the bone. That would be Aaron.
He gets annihilated by the bone. I'm trying to think of other TV show bits. Steve-O swallowing the goldfish.
Yeah,
and puking it
man.
out is
That's one of the first things they filmed with.
one of that sums up like Jackass. It's so simple. It's such an easy idea. All you just need a goldfish and a man. But it's just.
I'll tell you
it's
what,
gnarly
I
as fuck.
did
like,
think that was an original idea when I first saw it. It's not.
Oh really?
Man.
Stevie Star does it.
Yeah, it's been a magic trick for years, for centuries.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Fuck.
puking up shit that you swallow. There's some people that have
There's a
perfected
guy.
it.
That's why David Blaine does the frogs, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So David Blaine's allowed to puke up frogs on James Corden, but I'm not allowed to puke just normal puke.
But technically, he's not puking. It's a
YouTube.
magic trick. You don't know if he's puking or what he's doing.
Well, I've actually gotten away with like uploading TikToks when they're appealing by saying it's just a magic trick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
That's the best way.
You
to
know
get
that thing
away
where I
with
put
stuff,
like a small cooked pea in my eyelid and blink it out?
Yeah.
Have you seen me do
Yeah,
that?
I've seen that. A small
That,
cooked pea.
that got banned, and then
This is a magic trick.
I just said it was a magic trick. And they
It's
allowed
not
it.
real
Clever.
pea. It's CGI.
I can't tell.
CGI.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
TikTok,
Proper fuck 'em.
TikTok man, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lie.
Nah, TikTok are watching everything.
Lying's not
I
good
wouldn't
for you.
watch that
Oh, I
one.
like
Yeah.
that background.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? But yeah, I'll go. I wrote my list of like all my. The other night I just went through and like skimmed through all of
Oh
the
shit!
fucking.
Yeah, might as well talk about all of these. We'll make it brief though.
Yeah,
my
I went
back-
from the
my
first
back is
movie. I put one of the best bit. I think it's incredible. The very first bit in the first
I've
movie,
just seen what you wrote.
the rent a car crash up derby.
It says
That
the
is
scene really well,
an
doesn't it?
incredible
Great song as well.
Because obviously I feel like
Yeah,
public.
that's Jeff Tremaine's band, isn't it?
Are you right, Greg?
Yeah, no, my back's hurting. I'm
You
way
chilling?
back. Yeah, my
Yeah, I
back's
feel
killing
like
me.
that in the show and the first movie. Obviously, they could do sort of way more public shit than they could as they got more famous. They had to just do sort
That's
of
why I
like
had
fucked
to do
up
the
stuff.
old.
But
Old man thing.
It's-
Old man mask.
Genius. It's to go like to do all that in one day to come up with this is what we're gonna do. We'll go and rent a car, not get any insurance cover, immediately take it to a workshop, do it all up, fuck it to pieces, and then take it back and film Matey's reaction. It's
so good.
It's incredible.
It's great.
It's incredible.
You can tell that they had that idea for a long time, but
Yeah.
they needed the budget.
And Matey's reaction, he's so he's so shocked. He's like,
It's got a full tank of gas.
yeah. That's the least of my worries right now. It's brilliant.
Yeah, because nothing prepares you for that.
No.
He's probably worked in that career for 30 years.
never
is
seen
mangled.
anything like that.
He's probably seen scratches, dents, he's flat tires,
Yeah.
and people trying to pass it off, but he's never seen just destroyed
It's
car.
got- it's got
blew up
spray
sex dolls
paint.
in the background.
It's got spray
the
paint
back-
target
back.
marks on it, and and a sex doll in the back.
Got a full tank of gas.
I gave it a full tank of gas. Yeah, I think it's
That's
genius.
a good one. Yeah, because that's the first
That's the
It's
very first
very
scene in the first
scene.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after
the intro with the
golf
shopping
cart.
cart. The funny thing about the shopping cart,
Golf cart.
I remember this from the behind the scenes, is that you can see the one that they're actually going down the hill in is a proper big one.
Yeah.
But you see the one that hits at the end has an elevated platform
Oh, really?
that they stand on.
Just
When
because
they hit the fruit
they
stall,
wouldn't be able
don't
to.
they?
They wouldn't fly out otherwise.
Yeah. They would have all just stayed inside.
Just
That would have
smashed
been
into
funnier. to be
Yeah, that
fair.
would have been way funny.
But it would have been
They'd all just crushed each
Can I
other.
just
on the
point
front.
something out that I'm not. Me and Greg had this argument. Well, it's
Yeah.
not an argument; it's a debate.
No, it's an argument.
I'm pretty sure Jackass add sound in,
Yeah. Of
like
course they
Foley
do.
noises
Yeah. Of course
Yeah.
they do.
for slaps.
They do a lot of.
and electrocuting and all this sort of stuff.
I think they do a lot of shit like that because I'm convinced sometimes they also do they put reactions in at points where they're not. Do you know what I mean? Like one of them laughing or one of, oh my god, everything you did. I feel like sometimes they feel like they're put over the top, but it doesn't necessarily
No, it's
ruin
fun.
it.
Funny, it's
It's
funny.
good. No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's called
Because that's
it's called being good at editing.
yeah,
That's what it's called.
yeah, innit? But those are the bits
There's a
that always
reason
make
why
me
they're
laugh.
famous
Right.
and we're not.
So if I did it and put it on a YouTube video, everyone would just say that you faked it.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
They wouldn't.
If I
I've
added
put
in
sound effects on Matt Deedham's videos
If we-
before. It's fine.
No, you haven't.
I never told Matt about
Tell
it.
me.
When-
Tell me when. Yeah, exactly, dickhead.
Deep diaper.
No, because that fart's real.
Nah, it's not. I
know I edited that video, thank you. Anyway,
Is that fart not real?
no, that
No,
fart's
it
real,
is.
100%
But,
real.
was gonna say.
that's why I don't think that there's an issue in that, because at
No.
the end of the day, you're not there to show someone something real.
No.
You're there to make people laugh.
They're just trying to make people laugh, and
Who
those
gives
are
a
always the
shit?
bits that do make me laugh.
And I tell you one thing: the fact that electric things don't make the cool sound that they do in Jackass films, it's fucking irritating. So add the fucking sound in, because it sounds so much better.
I'm going to re-upload the video that we did with TGF, bro, where we got electrocuted with electrocuting sound. And everyone will tell us it's fake.
No, but you have a good
People,
thing.
we did it without electric sound.
Dude,
and people
it's
said it
'cause-
sounded
it's
was
'cause
fake
it's-
because we didn't
it's 'cause
use
it's 'cause you're
electric
on
noises.
YouTube.
yeah,
How
but this is the trouble with YouTube. Yeah, you're never going to please
because you're
everyone.
on YouTube. How about
YouTube
you?
is just no matter
Do
how
you
good
know
something
the
is.
amount of people who, if Jackass was a YouTube thing back in the day, would have just sat there? That was all fake. This is fake.
Yeah, 100%.
Alright?
If Jackass,
I'm not saying Jackass is fake.
No, but what I mean is that they had the liberty of being a TV show, not a fucking YouTube channel.
yeah, that is
Alright?
that is a very good.
Otherwise,
point.
they would have suffered the exact same thing. And anyway,
Mate, when Jackass
sound
came
effects
out,
are good. And I'll
everyone was trying to cancel it.
tell you
Remember, like original cancelling.
I'll tell you why the electric sounds are a good thing. Because, okay, for example, when they're doing the thing where they're in the hallway and they have to, jump over shit and get through all of the
Electric
the
Avenue.
tasers. Yeah, Electric Avenue.
That's on my
it.
list. That's fucking incredible.
So, the thing is that, because a lot's happening at once, you might not notice that someone's been zapped unless you get the sound.
Yeah.
And
That's a very good
it
point.
helps you understand what's just happened. It's
Yeah,
it's like visual. It's like a
Yeah.
It's like a language that
I wouldn't put that under the category. It's not faking. It's just exaggerating, isn't it?
Exaggeration,
Because they are
yeah.
getting electrocuted. They are getting fucking
What
shot.
I'm saying is,
And
we've done this. We've all been electrocuted. We know how painful it
Yeah,
is.
It's
shit.
horrible. I don't.
I hate
but
electric.
the,
I hate it.
but the average person hasn't.
Yeah.
So they think that noise is naturally there when you get electrocuted.
I tell you what,
Yeah, I
but it
guess so.
kind of is though. It's just not. You can't hear it because
Yeah.
I remember when we did that video with TGF, and
You can feel the fizzling.
Yeah, but you can hear it as well. It almost. I remember at one point it was like.
I think it's just your ears ringing.
Yeah, it sounds like my neck is like sizzling bacon. It's like. But then when you listen back to it, you can't hear fuck
when I
all.
shocked your ass with the muscle stimulators.
Oh, dude, no, there's no sound with those. That's all feeling.
I think, yeah, but like...
They suck as well, though. They're not nearly as bad as having an electric shock.
Like with a dog shock collar, the big issue with a lot
You've never done one, have you?
No.
Those ones that we used
I
on...
think you did.
I might have.
We did a dog shock collar with Screwball, and it was one that you had to woof.
Oh, I think I was...
And it was electrocutes you if you woof.
Yeah, anyway, so... The issue with things like dog shock collars, and with like a lot of things... Anything that doesn't give you a bit...
Can I just put this in? I'm sorry. So, I don't think Lewis ever knew about this. I shot a video with dog shock collar. I put the prongs in my tear ducts.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
And got electrocuted that way.
Did that make your eyes go like cross-eyed or something?
It fucked my eyes up, man.
Yeah, man.
For like 5 minutes.
That's
yeah, but what I mean is that like a lot of electric stuff isn't. Like the thing is that it's painful and it sucks, but it doesn't look or sound that good in real life.
No.
The amount of times that like if we did a taser video, it would just be someone screaming on the floor. You won't hear anything cool. You won't see any cool little bolts of electricity or anything.
Yeah, but right. How about the times we use the cattle prod? The cattle prod I have. The only time it's really shows you the zap or the electric bit is when you rub it on like metal or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
That's why you have to do that first, and then you put your tongue on it.
That's why it's boring.
Proper tasers do have the bolt
I'm
though,
gonna
and,
fucking
and you
shock
do
you.
see
Greg. Oh, that
and they are
video!
loud.
That video where Shocky is the best video.
I want one.
Oh,
Like
that video is incredible. I've shown that to so many people.
Is that the one
the
where
way your
drunk
cheek
and
goes,
asleep?
yeah,
How that didn't go viral? I don't understand.
it's so
I
funny.
think I might have a drinking problem, mate.
You think?
Oh, there's so many videos.
You got cattle prodded in the neck and you didn't wake up.
DP
Your
diaper,
face
man.
just goes,
DP diaper. I'm like drunk in it. I'm drunk and.
Yes, because you don't do stuff when you're sober.
It's true. And that's one of the things I actually kind of respect about a lot of the guys like Steve-O and stuff. They've all got sober and they're still.
Yeah,
good on them.
that's like their new addiction.
I won't do half this stuff unless I'm drunk, which is bad. But I just it's because I don't enjoy doing.
No,
stuff
but
you don't.
No, you do. You don't.
I don't.
Well, don't do it then.
I don't.
I know you don't.
Exactly. So there we go.
I gave him an out by making great experiments, and he can't be bothered to do that. You don't even hate yourself in them.
Yeah, I
Dickhead.
I just couldn't think of anything good that
You don't think of anything
because
good. It's not
Matt's
you can't think of anything,
philosophy
you just
with
can't be bothered.
see, he's just been a negative twat now.
Negative Nelly.
This is the first time you ever see Greg genuinely angry. He's really pissed off today. I don't know why. He's having a go at us in the car
just wants
earlier.
to-
No. Yeah, the problem is that
It's because you're itching for a drink, Greg.
No,
you're
yeah.
going out
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
oh,
was-
fuck these guys, I'm gonna get drunk.
We were on our way back. All right, I was kind enough to go pick up Lewis today instead of him getting on the same train.
Thank you,
Oh,
which
shut up, fat boy.
which I appreciate.
Exactly,
I appreciate.
because you appreciate things when people do stuff for them. Matt's just there. I want to go shop. I want to go to the pharmacy. I want to do this. Greg, if you don't do that, I'm going to be.
I didn't say that.
And he's there. He's stuffing his face with cheese and butter and stuff. And he's getting his sticky fingers over my car.
For anyone who thinks that's real, that's not true. I didn't have any butter.
You definitely had butter. You buttered both sides.
I was in a bit of a rush.
I'm gonna kill you.
Jackass.
You
I'm gonna kill you,
you
Greg.
have brain disorder.
I'm gonna kill you.
Jackass, number one. Some of my standout bits. I've already said the rent-a-car crash up there.
Great.
Incredible. The golf buggy,
Yeah.
where Johnny Knoxville gets knocked out.
Don't move him. Don't move him.
Dave shitting his pants in the van.
Yeah.
And then also then going to do the shit in the toilet in the hardware store.
Hope you didn't shit in that
Incredible.
son of a bitch.
That son of a bitch. The roller disco truck.
Yep.
I think it's one of
Great.
is up there with me with the rent a car crash up. That's amazing. That's such a good idea.
It's
the way
so
they
good.
slam around the walls, like it's brilliant.
It's unbelievable. I love that one.
Off road tattoo,
Yeah.
an amazing idea.
Yeah.
Henry Rollins.
Henry Rollins, yeah. You Christian
I love Henry
motherfucker.
Rollins.
Proper go is amazing. And then obviously Ryan Dunn's X-ray car.
Yeah.
Those are some of the standout bits for
Yeah.
me in that movie. But yeah, Knoxville
Okay.
getting knocked out by that in the golf buggy. You know, proper goes
Don't
to sleep.
move him.
Yeah,
They've
but
taken so many fucking hits to the head, mate. It's mental.
that whole bit.
Knoxville is, his
Unhinged.
later years aren't gonna be great.
No, they're not. He's gonna really fucking.
I hope he doesn't Benoit himself.
No. Have you seen that video on YouTube where he talks about all like the worst injuries he's got in them? Yeah, and like some of them are fucking so bad. You know, I can't remember what it was when he got something happened. He got knocked out and he couldn't sneeze because his eye kept popping out. Something to do with Action Point. He did.
Fucking hell.
I think he said Action Point was the most injuries he'd ever got in a movie. I still haven't seen Action Point yet.
I haven't seen it either.
I really want to see it.
No,
Maybe I have to after that, but
It was on Netflix.
to be fair, he's the only one in it.
I think Pontius is in it as well, but he's not doing crazy stuff. But yeah, I think he just wanted to, for that movie, he obviously just wanted to do as many big stunts as he could possibly.
I think, because I can kind of understand it. I like short-term pain. Not in like a sadomasochistic way. I'm like, if this looks good and I can watch it back, it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. But there is kind of something...
I don't understand.
There is a little bit of a... It's going to sound weird. But yeah, like, long-term, like, stuff that really fucked you up for ages is the worst.
Shit.
I don't want to do that stuff. But there is a bit of a... For the same reason that people like spicy food. Because I feel like I have a very...
It's like spicy food for the outside of your body.
I have an addictive personality. I get addicted to stuff very easily. And I feel like a lot of people that... I feel like a lot of people that do that, like jackassy stuff, they probably do as well. Like,
it's like wrestling.
Yeah.
People who do wrestling.
Yeah. And there is something to it.
There is something to it.
There is something about short-term pain, like something that stings for a bit and then stops. It's as horrible as it is, and you think, fucking hell, that hurt.
Old people
It does release something in your head. Like,
old people swim in the freezing sea.
Yeah.
Mental.
Go outside.
There is stuff up
there.
there. People go out paintballing.
Yeah.
People who, you know...
To be fair, paintballing isn't that bad. It doesn't, like, when you're wearing the gear, it's not that bad.
When you're wearing the gear, it's not very bad, but we did paintball roulette and that fucking killed.
I've still got scars.
Was it you or Harry that shot me in the back, like, 20 times in Oakle Fisher's video?
I think that was...
Was
That was
it
possibly both of us.
Mate, I got...
Oh no, we only had one gun. No, it must have been Harry.
Yeah,
It may have been me. I don't remember.
I remember it as you, but...
It may well have been
I don't
me.
think that video's up anymore.
Because I was... Is it not?
No.
Well, an Oakle Fisher's check probably.
It's on the website, where'smychallenge.com.
Go and check that out. But yeah, I remember that video because I took 2 shots in the back. And it really sucked. And then you immediately just blew it out of the water and were like, well, I'm just going to take like 58 in the back. And I was like, you can't, like, yeah. But they do, because that paintball gun that we had wasn't like, it's not a standard, like, you know, Delta foot. When you go and do paintball on a stag, they're not the same. This thing was like a fucking, it's like an AR paintball gun.
It might as well have been a gun.
The ones you use at...
Oh my god, the welts it leaves. Like,
and the guy who like did the canister for us was like, whoever this hits is gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
and most of the time we were doing it through just a t-shirt or bare skin.
When I went paintballing like ages ago, like over a decade ago, you can notice if you try doing something like quite far over, you can notice the drop of the paintball, and obviously it's
like
you can adjust.
It's slow enough to be able to actually see it.
Yeah, and you can adjust your sort of like right, that dipped. I need to go a bit more.
And anyway, like even when they hit you, they don't hurt. Like point blank, shooting someone in the body, it just feels like a little pitter patter.
Yeah,
but the strategy that everyone started doing, because we noticed this quite quickly, is you rush up to people and you shoot them in the hands.
Yeah.
And you just go, and my hands were like bruised and horrible.
Yeah, I've only been properly paintballing once. I went on a stag do at the end of last year. And yeah, obviously you have a minimum shit that you get in there. You can get a minimum amount of balls, and then you can. But they give you and they give you a helmet, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's certain stuff like I've been drinking for 2 days.
Back of the head.
I'm not thinking.
Neck.
I got hit in the top and the back of the head, loads, because I was wearing one of them helmets, and that hurts a little bit. But yeah, I didn't get gloves. And everyone else bought gloves, and I'm not buying gloves.
Yeah,
and I immediately got in
there
there and realised out of like 35 blokes, it's just like me and 2 others that aren't wearing gloves. And I got hit in the knuckles so much.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible. Like,
it is horrible.
So
Was it
anywhere
worse
else,
than
you kind of
when we were shooting you
when you were shooting me with what?
with the paintball gun.
Oh no, those when we used to fuck around with paintball guns, that was always
the paintball guns we had. There was something because on the end of it was like a normal muzzle fire.
yeah. Like what you were saying about when you go paintball and you can see you couldn't see these bullets.
Yeah,
They just
disappear.
they just
Instant,
go like
yeah.
it's
Proper paintball
fucking
guns.
horrendous.
I think
like,
by law, the places that do paintball have to have them at a certain level.
Oh, you couldn't use
make
the
sure they're not
ones that we
dangerous.
used
Yeah.
in
You'd
a
probably kill a kid with it.
yeah. If you hit someone like in the neck with that,
You
or
fuck
like,
'em up.
Mate, yeah.
yeah, they were.
That's
fucked.
the one thing I didn't like when I was doing paintball is that like didn't have like a neck guard or anything.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, you're gonna need a neck guard if that hits me in the throat.
you do
you're, like,
feel
getting
proper
choked.
vulnerable. Like it's only just
Hey,
yeah.
Greg,
Like,
can I give you like a paintball pedicure
Nah,
on your toenails?
nah, man.
No? Pussy
that's
up.
a genius idea.
You what a wimp.
How long have you had that idea?
10 years.
Yeah, I thought that
I
would
was
be
sure
one of yours.
someone must have done it.
No way, I don't think so.
Someone
I
must
haven't
have
heard
done
of it. Someone's
I
gonna
bet
do it
people have
after
shot themselves in
hearing
like
this.
the feet, but that actual specific.
Mm.
I'd say that's pretty fucking.
Or maybe I have seen it before.
Really?
I don't know.
Have to do some research.
If it did happen, it's definitely not on YouTube anymore.
That's fair enough. Right, I'll go through my my number 2 list.
Yeah.
So number 2, the heart note from fans on the wall, and they get Wee Man to stand on the chair.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah,
Brilliant.
I love that one.
That
Incredible.
makes me laugh every time
That
I
is
see
such
it.
a good out and out prank.
Our
Like,
mum fucking thinks that's like the funniest thing
Yeah.
that's ever happened.
because they all do get closer
Some
to
of
the
you
fucking
even
wall.
hooked
Yeah.
up with me and my friend.
My
last
sister
year.
4 years
Yeah.
ago, but I don't care about that. As soon as I get to that bit, it's like and it's bang immediately, and then dude,
Oh, that it's not in 2.5. That thing that I sent you the other day is like extra footage.
I need to watch through that.
and
yeah,
it's got more Valentine bits.
because it was proper long as well. Like I need to.
It's like 50 minutes.
Yeah, I need to. I'll probably
It's got
go
more
back today and
Valentine
watch
bits you
that.
haven't
like,
seen before.
Incredible. Wee Man on the electric stool with the card thrower.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Oh,
use
the fucking chair's rigged. Like, mate, he like by the end of it isn't even throwing
There's
a card at
some
him.
kind of machine.
Where's the fucking card throwing machine? That dude.
Dude, and the
And
whole
they
room
all-
explodes.
Oh, mate, they were like,
Yeah.
oh, that's one of the funniest bits for me. See, like, I love the big stunts, and I can respect that shit. But some of the funniest bits for me are all like,
Nah, Wee Man, we'd never do that to you.
yeah, I would never use a card throwing machine on you. Incredible. When Dave England eats the horse shit with their fucking 3-6 mafia and all that.
Eat it.
Your breath smell like shit. I love that. That's so good. Just to get another little small
Real.
bit.
It's not kind of feels real.
One of the most savage things, again, I think, is probably up there. The rubber bullets that they use
I
outside of
watched that
embassies.
this morning.
Dude, that one is...
I would do that.
I know if I was
I wouldn't
there,
even think about it.
if I was there and they'd asked me to do that, I would have been exactly.
Our French kitchen.
I would have been exactly like Dave England. As soon as I'd have rather have just done it and not.
I'm gonna have a fucking panic.
Yeah, if they'd have blown that thing off.
I would have been
first.
Dave England if I
Yeah.
was there.
No.
If
I'd
they'd
do
have,
that.
if there was even a sliver of me that was like, right, just stand in front of it and do it. Fuck it. If I'd have seen it go off first, you know when they test it.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm standing in front of that thing.
It's just loud.
It's like it's gonna hurt really bad, but it's just loud. You can. That's one of the very small bits in the whole franchise for me where you can see them like really properly trying to convince each other and how they go about it. Because Knoxville was just not having any of his shit. Dunn's like panicking, like, you are nuts, you are mental, and he's like, it's just footage, man, it's footage. He's almost like blackmailing him, like making him feel guilting him about it. Like, no, man, it's footage, just do it.
That's what Matt's
It's
like.
like-
you do that to you guys too.
Matt,
No,
he
I
does
know.
that
I'm glad he
all the
does.
time.
Listen,
It's
I've
footage,
done that
it's
to
footage.
both of you.
Oh, 100%.
But
Yeah.
does it or does it not get the best out of
Oh,
you?
well,
No, it gets nothing out of me. It
Oh,
gets me,
fuck
gets
you.
me pissed
You would have
off
done
and
nothing if it
gets
wasn't
me
for
pissed,
me.
Yeah, and I
If
would
it
have
wasn't for me moaning at you,
Yeah,
you
I
would
would
have done
have
nothing.
yeah, exactly.
Some
I
of the
would've-
gnarliest things I ever did on Where's My Challenge was normally with you over my shoulder, like, oh man, just fucking do it.
Just do it.
Just don't think about it
Not
and just
funny.
do it. Yeah.
It's not funny.
You're both alive, aren't you? You got like
I've
permanent
got
ailments, have
scars,
you?
dude.
Yeah, you got a fucking scar.
I've got a few scars.
Yeah.
I got nearly all the paintballs that hit me scarred.
Really?
I've got one above my because I remember when we did that and I hadn't long had my stomach tattoo.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Harry had to get really close to me, and I wanted him to get close to me because I was like,
don't miss.
you hit this fucking tattoo that I've just got. You will one, that will suck because that hole near my belly button, you don't want to get hit there, and you'll fuck it. So I was like, please, so he had to he shot me in the abs from not that far away. It's probably from like Greg to or maybe a little bit, and yeah, that was awful. But Yeah, I can't remember why I was talking.
I'll
about
put that clip in the first link in the description. It's on the website that you have to sign up. I'm sorry.
I did see Paul said he found a hard drive full of loads of old like gnarly
About
shit.
36 videos.
Was that what the paintball roulette was on? 'Cause we did
Yeah,
a
and
few
it's got the
videos of
one
paintball,
where
didn't we?
I turned my shit red.
I don't remember that. You
There's,
turned your
there's
shit
like
red.
Peeps Oreos that like change the colour of your poo.
Bro, yeah. I forgot. Half the shit
And like
we did. I've forgotten about.
300,000 people just saw my shit. And like the top comment was like, "This man's really just showed his shit on the internet." I'm like,
Hell yeah.
yeah, that's me, boy.
That's not even the worst time you've done that.
No,
Maybe we'll talk about that another
not
time.
worst or first.
But,
Wait, what time's that? What are you on about?
You know where didn't? Oh wait, did you do it or were you just asked to do it? Something about shitting on a piece of paper and writing your name down.
That's probably a story.
Did you actually do it?
No, I didn't do it.
Oh,
I
right.
never
Okay.
did that.
We'll talk about that another time.
See, we need a Patreon just for like.
We
all
do.
the
We're gonna
shit
do
ones.
it. We're gonna do
Yeah,
it.
we will sort one out.
Yeah. What was I? Yeah. It's the embassy bullets.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Would you guys both not do that?
No.
I think under certain circumstances, I probably would. To be honest, there's not a lot of horrible, painful shit. I
10 grand.
wouldn't do it. Well, yes, I would do it. And there's not a lot of stuff. I'm more.
Would you
up
do it
for
naked
shit.
for 10 grand?
When I'm hammered, I'm one of those people that's like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Not everyone's like. A lot of people are.
Why do you think I used to always get hammered for videos?
Yeah, I remember that.
I do them like totally sober.
That
now.
time when we did the pop-up pirate in my fucking forehead and I bled like a wrestler, I was pissed as fuck. And that's probably why the blood
yeah, it
came
does,
out.
it
I was
thins the blood,
hammered.
thins the
I
blood.
was so drunk. But yeah,
10 grand,
maybe
Greg.
10 grand. I would 10 grand. I would definitely do
Naked.
that. Can I wear like the helmet though?
You can wear the helmet.
And I can cover my nuts.
Can't cover your nuts.
I'm not doing it without covering my nuts.
No.
I do it naked on my back.
Can I at least wear one of the cups? Wear a cup.
Yeah, alright, yeah.
Because they're probably
Do you
wearing
remember the
cups in
time
video.
where we had those things that shot 1,000 BB bullets? Tommy guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bruv. Yeah.
Do you remember, because we could never show this footage, even back when YouTube was alright with it, like my cock that looked like a snake because it had
Yeah.
two
I remember.
dots on it either side where you shot me in the dick.
I remember when we filmed that, yeah, and I remember thinking it because me and Harry were obviously shooting you and Paul, and then at the end you had a little go on us, and I did not expect it to be because I was like fully clothed. I had clothes on, and I had that stupid like mafia suit over the top of it. And I remember me and Harry stood, and he stood there way. As soon as you start, I ran away. I hit
It's so painful. It's
'Cause
like
I
just tiny.
because individually,
Yeah.
it's not as painful as that paintball gun. If you were to shoot once with that, but the rate it comes out at, because obviously, it's fucking agony.
It's like jumping in cold water.
Oh
it
my
takes your
god!
breath away.
I remember just locking up like that and hitting the floor and like fucking. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah.
I just turned my mind off of that.
Ugh, not fun. But yeah, but obviously
sorry.
they weren't actual like
That
ball
doesn't-
bearings. They were
No,
like
no.
they were like plastic fucking.
No. That was the YouTube version of a movie stunt. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was so bad.
That just sounds horrible, man.
Yeah,
Why
not
would you,
fun.
why would you do that?
Can I shoot you with just a gun? Can I shoot you with a cannon?
No.
Why not?
Oh, footage.
Greg, Greg, what I do is I get like this really old pirate ship and I get all the cannons aimed at you. And just
Yeah.
shoot you.
You're like the Napoleon challenge.
What if it's just like not that painful cannonballs?
Not that painful cannon.
Rubber ones.
Just okay cannonballs. Just, you know.
One's made out of like polystyrene or something.
Why don't we fill a cannon full of cricket balls? And
Doing fucking
That's
thingy with-
fucking great.
Oh, nah.
you would die.
You probably would.
You
die.
would die.
You would die, yeah.
People die from just being hit by a cricket ball in the head just in a
Yeah.
game of
Mate,
cricket.
people die by just like knocking their head.
Just like
Yeah.
slipping up.
Just opening the cabinet door into their forehead and they die.
It has happened, yeah.
What a way to go,
Gotta be
eh?
This is
careful.
why I was about to say I'm
Careful.
surprised none of them have died, but doing a stunt.
Yeah, it's crazy how far they've all got. Like, because some of the stuff they do, like,
I mean, some of them have fucked themselves up pretty bad, but
yeah, but there's
especially Knoxville.
not really been many like near death. There's never been
No,
one point where
I
one
don't
of them's
know.
in a coma or really
Or like
like,
lost a finger or a limb or like,
Yeah.
you know.
they're all resilient as
They've
fuck.
got broken bones.
Poopy's got his hand fucked up.
Yeah, Poopies did get his
Shark
fucking
Week.
ham chomped.
Yeah,
Did you,
he
have
got
you
like
seen this?
full on
They did
flopped
like
down.
it's on YouTube, man. That's how I found out about Poopies before the movie came out. He did Jackass Shark Week, and he's doing like
Yeah.
something. I can't remember exactly what it was. He's on like a thing, and a shark bites his hand.
Yeah, man, and like proper severs like.
Yeah, you can like
tendons
see
and-
like tendons and stuff. They don't show it, but
yeah, it's bad, man.
That's brutal.
Got it all sewn back together, but he's still got a limit, like a little bit of a limited movement of it.
That sucks. Respect to Poopies.
yeah, man, it's
Poopies
like
is
that's
brilliant.
probably the gnarliest thing.
Poopy's is hilarious.
Poopy's was so good.
I
found him
can't remember
fun.
exactly some of the stuff he said because I'll probably have to watch it over and over.
Yeah,
But
Was that, you know when
it's
they were
some-
on the big
it's just some
slide?
funny
When
shit.
they were doing that big slide and
Big
on
time movie star.
The, yeah, I'm Poopies. Big time movie star. I love that's so funny. He fits in that little group so well.
It's like they've always known him.
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
that's what it feels like. It feels like he's
And the woman did
film.
amazing as well.
Everybody
She did some fucking
before that
crazy
movie
shit.
was like,
They're gonna go easy on
the
Yeah.
girl, and they so totally
Mate, she
did
sticks
not.
her tongue in a fucking live taser.
Like 3 times.
Yeah.
Doesn't even
And
make
doesn't
a sound.
say-
Doesn't make
makes
a
sound.
fucking sound.
I do think that women have better pain receptors than men.
Still though, I'm glad that there
Natural.
was no going.
Yeah,
there was
maybe,
no going
maybe.
easy on her.
Because
They
of
fucking.
childbirth.
They do, and that must be savage.
They let her fucking have it. The
Yeah.
scorpion Botox thing as well. Like
yeah.
Mate,
that
when-
that went
That
right
bit
through her
where
lip,
he's like, she's like, get it off, and he's like, I need your consent. You have my
Yeah.
consent.
I need your consent to touch you. So
It's
good.
true,
Yeah,
you do
sorry.
need consent.
But yeah, the new guys, they killed it.
Oh, incredible.
Mm.
Yeah, next one on my list. Yeah, Embassy Rubber Bullets. That's fine. Pontius drinking the horse jizz and that whole build up to the old switcheroo.
What a mean
What a
trick.
mean trick.
I love that. If I do this now, this gets me.
Sorry. I'm
Dude,
just Dave England
we're on the
myself.
podcast. Don't fart.
Greg, shut up. You've burped on the podcast loads.
I'm allowed to burp.
What's the difference between a burp and a fart?
One's nastier.
Yeah? What
I'd rather smell your stomach than the inside of your ass wall. Like
Yeah, but you guys can smell the inside of my ass well, pretty much.
Yeah,
all
that's
the time
pretty true.
anyway.
Yeah.
He's got- he's
I can smell
got-
it right
he's got
now.
a point.
I can smell it before you pick me up today. Yeah,
He's right. He's coming round the corner.
yeah, he's nearly here.
I'll be at
Dude,
the door.
it's so distinctive.
Dude,
Sorry, mate.
if you're on the run, dogs will find you.
What? Because I'm like the smelliest ass ever. They just.
wouldn't
Matt's
have
gone
to-
missing. Take him to the toilet.
They wouldn't
You
have to
sniff
worry
the
with
toilet,
like
just
the heat-seeking fucking helicopter. They just
God.
the police would come here and they'd just give one of those sniffer dogs a pair of your pants, and it would just be able to find wherever you were. Yeah.
It would be immediate as well. Like,
They'll be where you're going. The smell's so strong.
yeah,
real
God,
one
that's
stinky
awful.
ass.
Cheers, Greg.
And then yeah, my other one from number 2 was there's so many good bits in number 2, but
number 2's
I tried to
amazing.
just put little because obviously it's not all the big major stunts that get me. Sometimes it's little shit. Yeah.
Oh, write your favourite Jackass moment in the comment
Yes.
section.
Last one on my list for Jackass 2 is Terror Taxi.
Oh god, that
One
one's
of
just
one of
it's
the
just
best-
bonkers. That one. That one really is just like when you're watching it for the first time, you're like, I can't believe they actually did
No.
this. Like,
Very scary. Stop it. Fuck you. The whole thing is just it's mental from start to finish.
it's got the
Like,
guy from Super Troopers in it as well. Yeah.
I would
Oh.
advise everyone who loved that skit to go watch Steve's podcast with Aaron McGee because they talk about the behind the scenes of that.
yeah,
Very,
they
very
go really.
Oh yeah,
in-depth
Aaron
in it.
still says that he knew he was aware of it.
He knew.
He said he didn't know specifically
Yeah.
what was happening, but he knew
He was
like,
getting
he knew it was
pranked.
a
he
prank
knew
and
it was a prank in some way. Yeah, but he didn't know what they were gonna do. Yeah.
I think that's when you're filming a Jackass movie and something like that happens. How can you not know?
Yeah, you would think it, but also
Yeah.
there'd be that little thing in your brain. What if it isn't?
That's Bam Majid. He's famous.
I shouldn't even. It wasn't even my fucking idea. Yeah.
That bit in the trunk made me laugh so much.
Yeah, and then there's
First
like the
couple
bit
times
where
I watched
like they come up and they're like, oh no, and then he shoots them and
Oh
and
man.
everyone's like, no. Anyway,
He's
Yeah.
famous, dumb shit.
He's famous. It was the dick hair necessary.
Yeah, God.
Who
that-
bought crabs to the party?
do you remember MSN? Yeah.
yeah.
Did you ever use MSN?
Yeah.
You
It
did-
was
you
really,
did?
it was really big when I started like secondary school, and then died very quickly
Yeah.
as soon as we all got BlackBerries and.
Yeah, that makes sense. So anyway, I had MSN Messenger, but my thing was like Matt. It was Mathru, which was my MySpace. Oh my god.
Mafru
Yeah, I think one of my ex-girlfriends
was
called
the
me
dick hair necessary.
Mathro, but then it had like the quotes. Was the dick hair necessary?
Mm.
And then it changed to a CKY one, which was Afghanistan baby. I probably can't leave that bit in.
Yeah,
Patreon.
We'll blur that
leave
bit.
it. You can leave it. In.
But yeah,
That's not an issue.
So Jackass 3. I put the high five. Obviously, that's like right at the start as well. I think that's one of the first bits, I think, isn't it? Or the first.
It's like
bit
the
in
third
that.
skit, I think.
Yeah. The wind tunnel.
That's great.
An amazing, incredible one.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is when we're talking. It's apparent that their budget is getting massive. At this point,
they've
like,
got some big
but
money.
That is such a good idea. When they're all dressed as footballers and he's like hurling that football down it and it like twats Aaron in like the kidney, like the speed that thing is going at, like just vanishes, like, and then when Bam pisses in it and he like falls over backwards.
You can tell
like,
about that.
Pissing in the wind.
You did something very similar to that.
I did.
On a very low scale budget.
Very low scale. Not into it.
About $60 budget.
Not into the back of a jet engine. We did it into a leaf blower.
Yeah.
And-
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the pub the other night and went round the back and...
wait until the end, boys.
Had a piss.
The thing about the leaf blower piss is that I didn't anticipate getting as much piss on myself as I did. I thought it would like disperse or like it would go sideways and it would fuck off that way. And I went full frontwards into it, pissing directly into this leaf blower. And
if I can find the... Go on.
It just went... I had piss up to my sleeves about here. Like my whole... Because I remember that, because funnily enough, that's actually a big bit of our history, because that was this day that we did our first podcast as a three.
Yeah, I think
it wasn't part of the Threeskins. It was when I went with you guys on the Mert and Gerg one, because I remember sitting, because you loaned me a load of clothes to wear, because I was covered in piss. So we were sat around the table in there, and I was
back when it was easier to do.
Yeah, I was wearing
all
like...
it was audio.
Massive clothes, like, that you lended me.
Yeah.
Like, I looked like a pauper. But it was, all my clothes were covered in piss.
I
remember that now.
But like, we use the person in it, Ben. Not Fagin.
We still got that leaf blower.
Fagin, yeah.
Not Fagin, the other one.
Oliver Twist.
He's a bloke in it.
Arthur Dodger.
No, he's an actual adult.
What are you talking about?
What, an actor that was in it, or a character?
The character.
Fagin.
It's not Fagin. It's another guy. It's like Ben.
Oh,
like,
Bill Sykes.
Bill Sykes.
Oh, Bill
Sykes. Yeah, you look like Bill Sykes.
Okay. Yeah.
Minus the dog. Yeah.
Sorry, that bit's completely
you confused
bullshit.
the fuck out of me.
Sorry,
Yeah, no, I get right.
Psych.
Love Oliver Twist. Yeah, the next one, and this, I love this piece because again, like what we were talking about, you know, you saying your mum, like you could show a certain bit. I remember I made my mum watch the whole of Jackass 3. And well, I didn't make her, but like I was like, you gotta watch this. And I ended up just like holding my phone next to her and just watching like all of it. And she laughed at a few bits, but a lot of it she was like, it's very repetitive. But this bit, the dwarf fight in the bar, my mum,
it's so good.
That's her mum thing.
My mum found that hilarious.
Our mum finds that hilarious as well.
It's brilliant. Like, and I remember the first time I saw that, I didn't see it coming.
No,
I didn't expect
no, I
that.
didn't.
When the gang comes in, the gang of all of them is like, this is going to end here. And then the fucking police come in, and you're
then
like,
the ambulance
then the paramedics. Dude, that is I think that's one of the best like public skit they've ever done.
Yeah,
incredible.
Maybe that has ever been done.
It's
unbelievably
and
fun,
everyone's reactions in that bar was perfect. Everyone just stood there not knowing what to do. Like, I don't know, a bunch of midgets came out and started fighting them. It's that whole fucking like, dude, it's incredible. I love that bit so much.
Yeah, that's definitely that's one you can show like your grandparents.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's such a good like.
What do you think of the Pucano bit?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. It wasn't when it first came out, but I think it was when they put it on Netflix, like for the first time. And I'd watched it, like, it was the first time I was watching it, and I just remember showing my mum, and I just went to show her one bit, but then I ended up just sitting with her and just watching like all of it. And yeah, she was like, it's very repetitive, but yeah, she found a few bits funny. I remember her reacting to that because my mum's quite into poo humor. Amuses my mum. She's like a big kid, like farts and shit. That's hilarious.
Detective Rectum.
She hasn't seen it. Like, she's
not?
seen any of
Why
those
not?
podcasts. Too long-winded. She doesn't... Like,
It's very repetitive.
Yeah, she thought that
it's
was
repetitive for me.
Dude, yeah, fuck me.
100% repetitive.
Yeah, next one I had on the list was Electric Avenue.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, great.
Incredible. Like, and you know...
that fucking sucks.
You know how much that would have... Because obviously we've pissed around with electricity.
Yeah,
That's
not fun.
Taking a cattle prod to the forehead and then immediately being tased in the ribs, like... I'm surprised some of them didn't have like heart attacks, like savage.
Steve only didn't do that, did he?
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna fucking pass out. The next one, this is one of the funniest bits I think in number 3. Pin the tail on a donkey. Where Aaron's doing that fight.
His legs are shaking.
And they're all in a line,
brilliant.
just like...
Yeah, they're all like...
Dude, I remember the first time I saw that, I had tears in my eyes.
so funny.
Yeah,
That
it's
bit's
so
so funny.
He's walking around like Elvis, like, dude, so good. The helicopter, anything with Pontius. And I will say this, I think, if you want to talk like favourite members, he doesn't necessarily do a lot of the gnarly, crazy shit, but Pontius is, he's so high up there for me, because I was trying to think about it this morning, why I like him so much. He reminds me of, like, I think we've all got that mate, we've all got a friend who is just effortlessly funny. Just everything they say and the way they say
doesn't
it.
have to.
They don't have to try at all.
It's just who they are.
It's everything that man says makes me buckle. Like,
Yeah, he's
and
great.
and he, like, him being party boy, it's because he is that for me. He brings the party. Anytime one of them's doing something fucked on me, like, oh my god, this is. You can guarantee you'll see Pontius in the background, like, half naked, wearing a bow tie, just doing some dumb laugh, and you're like, what the.
It's like in the in the new one where they do the lights out thing, and he's just there doing a mangina.
Yeah,
dancing around.
yeah, but it's just it's brilliant. I love Pontius.
But yeah, the helicopter. That's the very first thing they filmed with the 3D cameras to test
Is
if it
it?
would work. Yeah.
There goes my aviation career. Yeah, I wish they'd have done more of that though. I wish they'd have gone on to that more, because I know.
If you like Pontius's cock, watch the new one.
Oh, that is one of the, that's we want to talk about Aaron being the star. Pontius's dick is definitely, like, also one of the stars.
In the movie,
everywhere.
this is a tiny bit, and I want to see 0.5 to see if they did more of it.
For 0.5.
It's when they fucking like
I know.
plexiglass.
Yeah, and it's completely like
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah. They fucking buckle
I
down
wanted
2
a
bits
way-
of plexiglass. His
I-
dick goes
I hate
in
to say
between
that
it.
I had this idea, but I wanted to do something like that with it, like plexiglass for so long, but I didn't know how to make it.
Dude, yeah, his dick goes completely flat.
pancake.
Yeah, it's just a pancake
Dick, yeah. And I know they are doing, because in the end credits, which normally is a lot of stuff that goes in their
They do
0.5.
like skipping ropes and stuff.
Yeah, they were doing loads of stuff with that, but like that is mental to flatten out your cock like
But they've
that.
confirmed they're doing
So
0.5.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. Lamborghini tooth pull, which we've already talked
Unbelievable.
about. I genuinely think is probably top
Oh,
3
it's so gnarly.
gnarliest things they've ever done. I can't really think off the top of my head what the others are, but it's definitely at least top 3. Like, I know I would not have been able to do
No,
that.
wouldn't even thought about it.
Never, ever. No fucking way. I wouldn't even want my tooth pulled out. Full stop. Let alone
I've had like 4 pulled out and get.
Yeah, by the Lamborghini.
Just
fuck
funny.
that shit. And then
If you're gonna have one pulled out anyway,
I get nah.
they give you the money to get a new one.
Yeah, but it's different though.
It's
It
like
being pulled out by a string on the back of a Lamborghini is very
So
different.
you know
than-
Don Vito? I think
Yeah.
it's the second movie they filmed like a car tooth pull with Don Vito.
What, they did it to him?
I think it's either the third one or the second one.
What, and it
And
wasn't in it?
It's in the trailer because but then
Because I don't remember this.
they removed it from the movie because
of all the
after
stuff that happened with
with Vito. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
there
what
is a clip of
Dude,
him going,
imagine if you-
in a car, and they're like,
Imagine if you'd
he-
have had that done and then it was rendered
he's
useless.
dead now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
dead, man.
dude. There's some. I don't know if it's real, but there's some pictures of him before he died, and he's like thin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen those pics. Yeah,
He must
yeah.
have, I don't know what happened to him, but he must have been.
Well, you
like,
can't
ill.
eat that much in prison.
I'll show you afterwards. There is a clip of it somewhere.
It's hard
of
to
him
stay fat in
a
prison.
chair.
Did he actually go to prison?
Yeah.
Did he die in
fat
prison?
He
There's
wouldn't-
fat people in prison. If I went to prison today, I'd come out like twice the size. What
You
else do you have to do?
No.
I
No,
guess
no,
I'd probably
no.
just work out all
No.
the time. I'd just do like calisthenics or calisthenics, whatever it's
Well, you
called.
say
And
that.
you'd be like hooked on spice and shit. Like, you wouldn't be thinking about eating.
Yeah, you'd be
Spice?
spice. Yeah, get spice.
You'd be spicing up your life,
Spice,
man.
I fucking love Spice Girls, man.
Yeah, Spice Girls are good.
Spice up your life. And yeah, the last one I got on my list is the Gorilla Hotel prank on
Yeah.
Ape and Phil.
Yeah,
forgot about that.
Yeah,
Amazing. Because it's such a good bit. It's so well rounded, that bit for me. It's going to be a blood orgy.
when he has like,
Yeah.
it looks
Pontius
so
is
good.
incredible. But yeah, like a
I
great
forgot about
prank
That's great.
on 2 people whose reactions are really good. And then one of the funniest bits for me in it isn't the actual Phil shitting himself to death. How'd you take a mean shit? It's coming out. It's all juicy like. And you can hear him shitting like.
Yeah, dude, he's just there on the
It's
toilet.
that prank,
That
that
is just-
whole bit
yeah.
in itself is all
That-
I
round.
forgot about that bit.
That turns into
Amazing.
gold, doesn't it? That
Yeah.
turns into
Oh,
gold.
So
God, that's
good.
so good. That was... Anyway, that's our favourite and craziest Jackass moments.
Yeah,
that
please
we
let us
grew up
know.
watching. We
Yeah.
all love so
We
much,
love
and have
Jackass,
obviously
yeah.
influenced some of the
Go
videos.
watch,
we've
Oh,
go watch the
100%.
new one if you haven't.
Go and watch it right now. I wouldn't mind seeing it again, to be honest.
I wonder if it's still out. It might be.
Should be.
Yeah.
It's like 2
I'm
months,
sure they
isn't it?
said.
In a few
I'm sure I
weeks.
read this morning that it's going to go out to like public release on like
They're like
22nd of April.
I don't understand
So I reckon
why they
it's still
haven't
got a
made
few
like
weeks.
10 of them, because each one of them makes like 10 times the budget.
I guess because it's one of those things
They'd be all
they
fucked
themselves
up to death,
they have to
but-
take a few years break
Yeah.
because it's so savage because they do fuck with each other so much. And I guess if they did do that, they would have started running out of shit by now. And I think it's better to
What ideas?
leave it. Yeah,
Yeah.
not
The amount-
necessarily ideas, but
The
just
amount that they've done
you
is
become a bit-
healthy, I'd say.
Yeah,
It's
but-
good.
I know we've rinsed them and we've watched them loads, but there still is
12
only a
years,
very
man.
there's a very small.
12 years. Hire me if you wanna branch out. Get UK Jackass and put me in it.
Oh my god.
Jackass
Stop
UK,
it.
man. they
Jackass
should do
UK, MTV, Dirty Sanchez. They probably don't want to do that stuff
Do
anymore.
you think any of them are watching this
Yes.
right now? They don't give a fuck, mate. They ain't watching this
Yeah,
yet.
because I'm putting this. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna drip that. Listen to me, MTV, or what would do it nowadays?
Itchy ass.
Comedy Central's
Comedy
got
Central, I was
Lazy
about to say,
Generation
yeah.
on the YouTube.
Big
channel,
up the
man.
Lazy Generation.
Man,
that
Go and
stuff's
watch.
good.
Go and
It's
watch
really
all the
good.
stuff that they're doing right now. It's really fucking
Never
awesome
heard
to
of them.
see the moves that they're making. Big up those boys.
I've seen about 2 or 3 clips. From
Did you see the
Comedy Central.
the dog maze thing?
Yeah.
Dude,
Man,
Dude.
it's great.
oh my god, they
Great.
are.
That's,
mate,
that's such a great idea.
those boys have really good ideas.
Yeah,
really good
that's
ideas.
such a good idea. I love
Yeah.
it.
Amazing. Yeah, big up Lazy Generation. We might have Fat Sam as a guest at
Yeah.
some point. We are looking. This is another thing that we do want to talk about.
I think that's
We are-
offensive. You shouldn't go around calling people fat.
He's not fat,
It's
so
PH.
it's all right.
Oh.
Yeah, it's with a. No, it's not PH, is it? It's
FH.
FH. Yeah, so it's not even a word. Yeah, we are going to try. I know we say it all the time,
Okay.
For a
but
hat.
our next goal as a podcast, like main goal at the moment, obviously we want to sort out a Patreon and we want to start making videos on our other channel, not our podcast one, but one of our main goals at the moment is to start having guests on. We do have, 1 or 2 people lined up. We just have to sort out dates and obviously when people are free and traveling and stuff, but we are going to be getting on that soon. And I think you are going to enjoy our first guest that we have lined up. We're going to shoot it next month.
Yeah,
I believe
we've got
starting
a new
next
place
month.
that we might be shooting in a new area for a while.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, possibly. We won't promise nothing. Depends on
Depends.
what.
It depends on loads of things. It depends on whether there's even space for it. I don't know. I haven't
We'll make it.
moved everything
We
in
don't
yet.
need that much space, do we? Think how much
Yeah,
space
but
we
like
need.
I said,
A
it-
sofa
This
and a
doesn't
table.
need, say this afterwards.
It's
Yeah.
hard to
We love
say.
you, like
I don't
guys,
know.
very much. Leave a like if you like. If you don't like, then you can't dislike anymore. You can dislike this on YouTube. So hit the like button if
Wait,
you
can you not dislike on YouTube anymore?
No, they got rid of it.
No,
What? How long's that been gone?
Like a month or 2.
Really?
Yeah, a little
I'm
while.
so out of the
'Cause
loop with.
people
I don't do
cry about it,
YouTube
you know.
anymore. I
You
don't
can't.
really
You, like, I don't know. Thumbs down triggers people. I don't know. When they got rid of it.
grow up. If you're making content and you don't like people that don't like it,
Just don't make
fucking
it.
grow up.
Yeah, well, if someone's disliking your video, why not make a good video?
If you think this podcast is shit, please feel free to let us know.
Just dislike
Yeah.
it. We're not gonna find
We'll
out.
make, then we'll make it better.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
we
we
will
won't.
take on the criticism and we will soak it all in like a
I don't give a
criticism
shit about
sponge.
that criticism.
No, I don't care. Either.
What are they gonna say? Like,
Hey, Greg, how loud is this?
it's disgusting.
How loud was it?
I don't care.
That's not. What do you mean you don't
You
care?
pointed
Like,
it towards
we-
my face.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye bye. Threeskins.
Dickhead.
Was it loud?
Yeah.